Hi everybody, welcome to Recorder Notes with Mrs. Rauschenbach. Today we're going to learn the notes G, A, B, C, and D. This is the high C and the high D on your fingering chart, not the one down low. So you might want to get your recorder out and get your fingering chart handy because you're going to need to look at both of those things as you're practicing. First, let's talk about how the recorder works. With the recorder, you need to use your left hand on top. That's the one where it marks L when you look at the back of your hand. Your left hand goes on top. You're going to use your left thumb on the back. It's going to cover that hole sometimes. And you're going to use your first three fingers. 1, 2, 3. Please notice that fingers don't move around on holes. They stay with the hole that they're assigned to. Your left pinky can take a nap because you don't need it for anything. It's not used. Your right hand, if you were going to use it, would cover all the holes down here, but we're not going to use the right hand in this lesson, so don't worry about it. If you want, you can just use the right hand to support your recorder as you're playing. Now, this is your fingering chart. And your fingering chart shows 10 different notes. We're going to concentrate on the notes here on the bottom line. G, A, B, C, and D. The fingering chart shows you three things. It shows you what the note looks like in the music. It tells you what the name of the note is, and it shows you how to finger the notes. If you see a black dot, that means that you should cover that hole. Remember, left hand is on top. This hole is the thumb hole in the back. If you see a white dot, that means that that hole should be left open, not covered with your fingers. That's how you use the fingering chart. So we're going to start with G on the fingering chart. And if you look at G, you're going to notice that it has 4 black dots. The thumb in the back and the first 3 holes. That's what it looks like on the fingering chart. That's what it looks like in the staff. Look, it's on the second line. We count from the bottom. 1, 2, it's got the line running through it. That's what G looks like when you see it in the music. And here's what it looks like when you're using your recorder. I'm going to cover the thumb hole with my left thumb, and then I'm going to put my first finger here, my second finger here, and my third finger here. That's how you finger G. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. And it sounds like this. Now we're going to take a look at A. And you can practice playing these anytime. Just stop your video and try playing it. A on your fingering chart looks a lot like G. Can you tell the difference? The A is a space note, so it's on the second space. And it has the thumb hole covered, but only 2 holes at the top. Thumb, 1, 2. It looks like this. Thumb, 1, 2. See, my third finger is not going to be covering the hole, so I'm just going to leave it back here. And it sounds like this. Check and see which note sounds higher to you, A or G. Now we're going to show you B. B is probably the easiest note to remember because, look, it's right in the middle of the staff. And it only has thumb plus 1. It looks like this. Thumb plus 1 sounds like this. C is the next note, and C is a funny note. Ha ha ha. It's on the third space. So look at A, which was on the second space. C is on the third space. It has the thumb, but watch out. No first finger, only the second finger, and I'll show you the common mistakes. Thumb, no first finger, only second finger. Here's what some students do. Some students use their first finger on the second finger hole. Don't do that. That's not right. It may come out the same way, but you'll have trouble then when you want to play B. So make sure that you've got your second finger there. Let your first finger just rest right here like your third finger does. Okay? Thumb, second finger, sounds like this. Now, I'm going to show you D on the recorder first because it's kind of fun to show it to you this way. D, when you look at it from the front, looks exactly like C. But when you look at it from the back, you take away the thumb. Only the second finger. That's why you kind of need your right hand on the bottom to help you support. Take away the thumb. Now, if you want to be a proper recorder player, you're just going to lift your thumb off. But if you're feeling a little lazy, like sometimes Mrs. Rauschenbach is, you might just rest your thumb on the recorder. It sounds like this. And when you look at it on the fingering chart, it looks like this. It looks a lot like C. It's on the fourth line, but see, that thumb hole is white, so you know you're not going to cover the thumb hole. Only the second finger. Which hand? The left hand. Those are the 5 notes on the recorder. When you've learned to play all of those, you can play stuff like this. Start practicing. Good luck.